What up? Good morning to everybody. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notification. Peace to the chat. Y'all come on in here, tell y'all a story. Subscribe to the channel. Good morning, everybody who's coming in late. See, it was quite a few of y'all in here waiting for the dribble. That's what's up. I got a nice story to tell y'all. I got some things I want to say about Black Rob and DMX that's kind of tied together. He said that Diddy curse. I don't know about what's going on with the kizzers. You know what I mean? I ain't been on here since DMX passed away. I didn't really have the energy. It was a whole lot going on. Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. I bought that CD, and I was on the ankle monitor when that shit was out. I was going through it, and that CD was right there. Shit. DMX has moved on to the essence. Has returned to the essence. Rest in peace to him. Super talented. Probably, like a Marvin Gaye situation of our time. People saying he took the vaccine. I'm gonna get to that. Let me just hip y'all to something first, though. What I'm about to say to y'all, I actually recorded it twice, and somebody interrupted me 2 times, maybe 3 times, and was fucking my flow up. So I'm like, man, fuck it, I'm gonna just do it live and shit. So, boom. My first time ever hearing DMX, was around 97. I remember exactly where I was at. I'm pretty sure everybody who heard him for the first time remember where you was at when you first seen the DMX video. It was 97. I was in a prison called Retreat. I was like 18. About to turn 19 or something like that. And at this time in hip hop, this is when I got out of Camp Hill. That's the clinic prison and shit. When I got out of there, I had been down there like 8 or 9 months, so I didn't see TV for 8 or 9 months. I had a subscription to Vibe magazine. That was my only entertainment news, from the outside world and shit. This jail, Camp Hill, that's not your final destination. So all of your correspondences, books, televisions, everybody had TV shit. That shit ain't there. So this was me being off the grid. My first time being off the grid. Now, when I left the streets, in the county jail and all of that, Tupac and Biggie, they had just got killed. So there's after Tupac and Biggie gets killed, I get locked up, and there's like a 9-10 month gap where I don't visually see hip hop music. I just hear shit on the radio and shit like that, but very sparsely, right? Boom. I don't know that while I'm not seeing hip hop visually, it's starting to change. What I mean by change is the look of it is starting to change. Whereas when I left the streets and it was, we was on some Mobb Deep, Nas, Sneaker Uzi in my army jacket lining and all that. We was wearing army jackets and shit like that. And it just, hip hop had changed from that, from the hardcore shit, from Black Moon, from Mobb Deep, just briefly, to what people was referring to as the shiny suit era. Boom. He said music became popular. Yeah, right? All of a sudden, when I get out of this jail called Camp Hill and I finally see TV, it looks totally different now. There's rappers dancing. And shit. Mace is dancing. They got the shiny suits on. Even the Locks is in on it. Music videos looked at very like glitzy and shit. Like Hype Williams, they was doing the videos. This is when Missy Elliott's video was out when she was that big ass hot air balloon. The eggshell looking, the Joe Camel lens, the lens that Hype Williams shot the Jay-Z video, the Joe Camel lens, and all of that shit is out. Even Jay-Z is on some bullshit. He got a record out called Always Be My Sunshine. Everybody's on some bullshit, right? Boom. Hip-hop belongs to nobody at this point. It don't. Any reason can claim it at this time. When Biggie and Pac left, it was just like people were scrambling for identity, I guess, right? LL Cool J is at the end of his career, so we thought. LL was at the end of his career, so we thought. He got this video out. He's with the glamour glitzy shit too. He got a video out called Something Like a Phenomenon, and he's dancing, and it's all colorful, and it's some bullshit. There's some bullshit. All the videos at this time look like this. Real cheesy, some bullshit, right? So we assume LL is finito. We like, man, dude, you better go, man. Like, we just thought he was done, right? Here come this record out of nowhere called 4321. LL Cool J, all legends on it. LL Cool J, Method Man, Redman. We heard about Cannabis. Cannabis had a name for himself, like bubbling in the underground. The final guy was a dude named DMX. We never heard him before. And the beat was so hot. What I remember about that video is that this jail that I ended up going to retreat, they had a day room where think from like the afternoon, from like 12 in the afternoon, 1 or something like that. You could be out your cell in a day room. This was an old jail. You could be in a day room like most of the day. If you didn't have a job or something like that, or if you didn't have to go to school or something, it was people hanging in the day room. So the TV in the day room is always on. And it's on BET all day. In the early 90s, this was the unequivocal rule in prison day rooms and shit. BET or get your ass whooped. It ain't no arguing. Ain't no we gonna watch this for a little bit. No, you're gonna learn to watch BET, fam. Period. There's gonna be some problem. But anyway, the TV's on BET all day. This is how, when I'm going about back and forth past this TV, Something Like a Phenomenon and all this, and, you know, bad. I remember like yesterday. I remember it like yesterday, man. Everybody was dancing and shit. Everybody was dancing. Even Def Squad had a song called Full Cooperation. They was in that dancing. So all of this is happening, right? And this guy named DMX came out of the darkness with this grimy rap about robbery. I believe it was the first time there was a spokesman for the stick-up guys, a stick-up guy robbery and shit. It was a spokesman for the stick-up guys and shit. Those who did that shit, who lived like that, who took money and shit like that, they had a spokesman now. They got a rapper. And he's talking about this robbery shit. He killing this song, 4321. I'm gonna get back to that, but his subject matter. Right? I remember this shit like yesterday. The prison was still filled with old robbers and bank robbers from the 70s and 80s. They old men. They live a whole different type of way than us. Although we in the same day room, we quiet around these dudes. We call them sheiks. We give these niggas respect. They older. They 60, 70 years old. These niggas doing life. They gray as a motherfucker. They don't even, you know, aside from assalamu alaikum, they don't, and if they trying to sell you something, they don't even really talk to young niggas, right? Boom. They sitting in that day room all day playing chess and doing them. And they picked up on stay out the dark. Because if I catch you when the sun is down, run it, clown. They loved it. I never seen I never seen older guys take to a rapper like that. Like they didn't listen to rap. They didn't even listen to the shit. They didn't even listen to it. You feel me? If it came on, it just came on, but they totally wasn't listening to it. Them niggas sitting in that day room, they picked up on that robbery shit. Next thing you know, you got old timers reciting that shit, and loving that shit. I swear to God, man, these dudes, old men, you wouldn't even think is paying attention to the song. You wouldn't even think they paying attention to the song. And they done picked up this whole robbery. Don't make me put you somewhere where nobody can smell you. That's how them old timers talk. What you was hearing from DMX was an old soul. A lot of shit that he was giving us and sharing with us, he had been around them old timers and shit. You could tell and shit. So all of that, this is a stick up. Don't make it an ambulance pickup. They was already talking like that. When DMX came along, that was right up their alley. They loved it. They loved it. I swear they loved it. And these old timers from Philadelphia, this is what they do. Before the drug game came along, they was all robbery guys. They was all doing armored car. They was sticking up armored cars. They sticking up banks, check cashing spots. Like them guys out the 70s, they wasn't so much preying on the ghetto and shit. Charleston White just talked about this. Them old timers was going to corporate America or legitimate businesses and shit. They wasn't like robbing in the hood and shit. They was going to take from elsewhere. Right? So boom. Not long after that, the fucking Get At Me Dog comes out. Maybe like a month or so later. And when you see this shit, I remember when it first came out, I'm like, damn, is the whole video gonna look like this? Because it just was so abstract and shit, and it was dark, and he's going crazy, yo. And them old timers picked that shit up, that protective our bike for stand, but you would hear them saying that shit. They immediately took to him. And what I remember vividly about this time, like I said, they didn't listen to our music. But when DMX came on, they listened to that shit. And when Big Pun, My Darling, Darling Baby, when that came out, that was out around the same period that I'm talking about. So all of this shit was coming on TV at the same time. And when that shit came on, the day room would turn into a little, it might have looked like a barbecue, a house party. Yes, motherfuckers is laughing and having a good time and two-stepping in the day room, old timers up, two-stepping and shit, having their moment with a younger generation, this hip-hop moment and shit, because there's a fusion between, the old school soul music and hip-hop. And I remember that vividly about DMX, how each of his songs, I was locked up during this whole period. I was getting out and going right back. And he's still putting out songs. DMX went platinum 2 times in a year. 98, he came out. 97, 98, he came out. And then he came out again with Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood right after this. So, yes, somebody who's serving a life sentence, yes, they can relate to, I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up. Yeah, I swear I was there. I've been through mad different phases, like mazes, to find my way. And now I know these happy days are not far away. People can feel that shit. That's a poem and shit. That shit touch your soul and shit. That shit just touch your soul. DMX told many people's story. I got friends that I was in the juvenile joints too, but I didn't make it to the foster shit and all of that. Like DMX was totally a ward of the system and shit. And he's gonna always be remembered. Him and Tupac, they have soul. They have soul. I can't describe it as nothing, no other way. It's soul. It's soul. Seriously, it's soul. And there was always, you know, comparisons between DMX and Tupac. They was both running around with their shirt off all the time, had a nice physique, ended up being a sex symbol. Yes, DMX was a sex symbol. Women see DMX and lose their fucking mind. Y'all seen him in Belly? They put a little, you know, let his ass be seen and shit like that. He was always being showed with his shirt off, just out of here and shit, like cold rock star. Um, I remember when I was a shorty, it was a comedian named John Belushi he was like a rocket too and shit. Like he came through like just like DMX. It was like similar and shit, man. Like I peeped the similarities and shit. Um, I happen to know that X's age 50, and I don't know what caused X to pass away. I don't know. Some people saying it was a vaccine, some people saying it was something else. I don't know what caused X to pass away, but I do know that guys his age, guys Black Rob age, guys G Dep age, um, guys old dirty bastard age. Them niggas used to smoke lacies when we was young and shit. Like some niggas they was just into that shit. That was like normal. The niggas that did it, they was off to the side doing it, but you would smell it. That was their business. And it was the generation right above me and shit. Like when I first came out into the streets, like guys my brother age and shit, sniffing cocaine, it was never done in front of me. I would smell lace blunts. I knew what that shit smelled like. But sniffing cocaine and smoking lace blunts and shit, Brand Nubian rapped about it, Wu-Tang rapped about it. That generation, they was kind of fucking with that shit like that. And some niggas got addicted and been on it their whole life. That's just what it is and shit. When I seen this situation with DMX, I immediately started to think about Black Rob. I'm not reaching. I immediately started to think about Black Rob because I'd have been around him. I know him. I've interacted with him. I know his management. I love his management. I've been around him. I'm really close to that situation. I know Mark Curry. That's my man. Black Rob is not homeless. I want to clarify that. This guy on Instagram put that out that he's homeless. Black Rob not homeless. Y'all, Black Rob has fucking diabetes. Lord Superb passed away from neglecting treatment of diabetes. Them niggas will shrivel up, and on top of that, you smoking weed, cigarettes, and ain't no telling what else the fuck he's smoking and shit. So his appearance looks like that. Now let's talk about the creep that put a camera in his face. A lot of these guys, like I told y'all this a billion times, a lot of these niggas get on this internet, don't have no talent and shit, and they be looking for an opportunity. It's my understanding. The person that I seen posted was Cal Dawson and shit. You already know his makeup, his story. I ain't even gonna talk about him much, but the camera should have never been pointed in his face. Period. Period. Under no circumstances. That was nobody's business. That was nobody's business. Shit. Straight up. And it's some misinformation on Instagram about him being homeless. He's not homeless. Them niggas that I personally know the niggas around Black Rob love him. They got lots of money. They're successful. Niggas own chain of juice bars in Atlanta and shit. I done been around Rob when Rob had a stroke a couple of years ago. When them interviews that y'all see with me and Black Rob on my channel, that's around the time that he had the stroke and shit. That's why he's moving slow, right? I was put with him by WAP, his manager. Come through, smoke with Rob, man. See if you could lift his spirits and shit. He had a stroke. He can't really remember his rhymes and shit like that. Put some Black Rob videos on the big screen TV and shit. Roll up some blunts. Sit there smoking, and we reciting his lyrics, me and him together and shit. But his energy is just like that. I was around him when he was coming out of the dialysis shit. You know what I mean? And I think people need to try some of what Dr. Sebi has been telling us. I'm serious. Like that alone would have changed Rob's appearance. Ginger, just going to the juice bar and shit, man, eliminating toxins out your blood and shit. And he would have had energy, but he shouldn't have been projected from a hospital bed looking like that. Period. That ain't nobody business. Seriously. He said Mark Curry was doing Black Rob lyrics. No, he wasn't. They was writing their own raps. Niggas is writing their own raps. And oh yeah, mind you, for the guy who said his name was Mike Zombie. I know your name, fam. You probably meant well and shit. You see Black Rob looking like that. I've seen him in person, not looking his best. That nigga be dressed in designer clothes from head to toe, looking just like that. Skinny, emaciated. He has to take better care of himself. He has to take better care of himself. Period. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody for coming through. You said diet is extremely important. Yeah, man. Go to your juice bar, your Whole Foods, man. Get you some ginger shots, man. Get you some wheatgrass shots and shit, man. Read and find out what's good for you and shit. Get some detox, teas and shit like that. Get some fruits and vegetables in your system and live long like our ancestors did. Get your ginger up. Don, bro, I hear you. Fred Daniel, I be a little busy, man. I'm not I think y'all have a title for people that be on here every day. YouTubers. I'm not a YouTuber and shit. I'm lethal with the editing shit. You know what I mean? Y'all watch this Aaliyah shit. It's coming. A couple of days and shit. DMX took all of my enthusiasm. It did, man. I gotta be at my creative best when I got the mouse in my hand. Boom, boom, boom. He said, Aaliyah love X Gully. Bitches love dude. Yeah. Pac and X, black sex symbols and shit, man. He will be remembered. Powerful ass music. X was bigger than Jay-Z for a minute. He was. And it was what was dope about it was never no competition between them niggas. They used to be working together and shit. They used to be praising each other though. Remember X said, sup with these rap niggas thinking they holding figures as big as jiggers. Good morning to everybody that's here. Oh, carrots are divine. You get a dozen for a dime. It's magic. That's the extended version. I ain't gonna let y'all hear that. Good morning to everybody that's here. He said when DMX did his verses with Snoop, he was winded as hell. Snoop was helping him. With Kings and Queens, Erica Badu said if he made us in his image, then call us by our name. We have to live by that. You can't be abusing your body. There's no other. You can't be abusing your body. You only get one. You only get one. I wonder where the memorial services are going to be at. That's going to be huge, man. That's going to be huge. They're going to have to block out streets for blocks. That's going to be a big one. Very, very influential. Let me, since we on DMX right now, why don't y'all put the titles in the chat of your favorite DMX song? See what we come up with. Mine's is dog, nigga, what? Who I am is who I'm gonna be until I die. Either accept it or don't fuck with it. If we gonna be dogs, then you're stuck with it. Let me fly. Slipping. Damien. X is coming for you, slipping with a hood at Let Me Fly. I love Let Me Fly. Stop being greedy. Slipping. What's my name? How's it going down? Slipping seems to be, slipping touched a lot of people. How's it going down? Here we go again. Here we go again with my shit. What you need to do is chill, shorty. Somebody please come and get him before I kill shorty. Hey, yo, you done got yourself caught up in some shit you can't handle. And you know I can't stand you. Your man, too. He said his features was fire. I Miss You featuring Faith. That's the one about his grandmother, right? Damn. Andre Smith, hard white with the locks. That's fire. I posted that on my IG. Make sure y'all follow me on IG, The Real Gully TV. I Miss You featuring Faith. You still right here, shorty. Told you I got you. Like the way I scooped you when them faggot niggas shot you. Good morning. What cities is up in here? Let's see what all cities was touched by the dark man. Damn. Bitch ass nigga. Germany, Pensacola, Florida, DC, Queens, Indianapolis, New Mexico, Arizona, Baltimore, New Brunswick, Richmond, California, Houston, Cincinnati, London, Brooklyn, Alexandria, Virginia, Spain, Springfield, Massachusetts, Youngstown. Damn. Now put your nationality in the chat. Put your nationality in the chat. Let's see what the melting pot look like. What's your nationality? Black, white, or candy stripe? Bosnian, African American, Jamaican, Spanish, Hispanic, Trinidadian, Black, Jamaican, Puerto Rican, and Italian. Melting pot. Candy stripe, I see you. Filipino, Creole, Indigenous American, Afro-Latino, Moorish, Puerto Rican, Aboriginal. Salute. Peace to everybody. Why don't y'all put some peace in the chat before we go on and shit? We need more peace in the chat. Y'all remember we started this the other day? One time. He said, Gully doing analytics live. I am. Damn, man, I took my time and shit. Peace. Peace. Yeah, shout out to Hugo Boss. Shout out to one of my sponsors and shit. Bones Brigante. Samambo Sauce. It's Emlyn Street. If y'all ain't heard, Bones Brigante got some of the hottest fragrances on the map. Make sure y'all fuck with them. Flyboy shit. Word up. He said, positive energy activates constant evolution. That's just has anybody heard prospective locations on where they would have a memorial or Funeral for DMX. Goods got a cologne out called Chocolate Leather. Yeah. Goods too. Yep, somebody told me that. They fuck with each other and shit. They probably on the same mission and shit. Eddie Machete, without a doubt. He said Yonkers. The weather's starting to get warm. That shit is gonna be packed. I'm in there. He said, thank you for doing this. Debt collector said Hugo Boss designed the Nazi uniforms. Was they hot? Was they hot? Was they hot? I got the Venice. Pete Derrick, it can hang out. It can keep up. He said, what's wrong with Black Rob? Black Rob is diabetic. Mercedes Benz was Hitler's perform car. They told me that he designed the Nazis designed their uniforms. I want them shit's probably nice. Can we get one of them joints? I got a couple old military jackets and shit I bought in Paris and shit. What's with them Nazi joints going for? He said, check on Wikipedia. I had this conversation before. Hugo Boss is popular in DC and shit. Do you think they care about that? Y'all like this video? It's almost 600 people here. Eric Housley. Of course they drive BMWs. I live in Southeast Wellington Park. Drop some more of them health facts. Oh, it's been said that pineapple is like nature's cough syrup and shit. I consume a lot of pineapple, fresh pineapple and shit. You know that sweet tangy burn, that shit burn mucus up out you, man. You can throw a little pineapple in the motherfucking in the NutriBullet, little pineapple, squeeze lemon in there to activate it and shit. And then put the ginger in there and blend that shit. Drink that shit. That's a shot. For real. So y'all in the chat gangbanging over whether Jewish people drive BMWs. That's German. Y'all crazy as a motherfucker. He said Biden is a useless senile boomer. I don't even know what the fuck is going on with that shit. Y'all people just wanted Donald Trump out of office. It's been all quiet and boring since Trump left the office. Trump left office and shit. It's like a nursing home up there in Washington. Motherfuckers that climb the walls and shit. It's all boring and shit. Trump had this shit turned the fuck up. Trump was interacting with rappers, hopping in urban shit on Twitter. Yeah, Trump put his thing down, yo. Trump put his fucking thing down, yo. Y'all don't read books, man. You gotta read books, man. Do y'all think Trump got some problems with black people? He ain't think about no niggas. It's been all boring since he left. Y'all wanted old Trump out of office, man. Now that he's gone, can somebody tell me what niggas had against Trump? Trump had shit going on with Kanye, Lil Wayne. He was in all kind of shit. The most high profile. He went to the top of the top. That nigga got on Twitter and said, "Oh, this how this shit work. I can just say something that I just." Oh my goodness. He said Big Gene said he bodyguard for Diddy and him and Trump was partying at 3 a.m. Malcolm, I appreciate your donation, pimp. He said Mesquite was fire. He said nigga let Kodak Black out. I wonder what old Trump think about old Kodak. Kodak, he sprung Kodak, right? Kodak get to the streets and motherfucker trying to clap him already. I know they like, God damn. I know it's niggas that really needed pardons. Like, man, oh my goodness, man. Do you know it's niggas that want a pardon and just come home and just walk a dog and just hold their babies and their grandbabies and just make a sandwich? Just go to the refrigerator and make a sandwich on their own. Let this nigga out. This nigga put the jewels on. Back into the mix. Back into the mix. Ultra Testosterone said Biden put more blacks in jail than anyone. Free Tony Lewis. They had the rally in D.C. yesterday. I hope that shit works out. They could have pardoned Tony Lewis. Old Kodak out here with that bullshit. Malcolm Luther X. This nigga name is Malcolm Luther X the third. Sheesh. Appreciate you. Y'all still ain't told me what y'all had against Donald Trump. Niggas used to be ranting like about last year, post Donald Trump on your social media, on Instagram or Twitter or some shit, Facebook, anything. People gonna immediately hop on you for no reason and shit. What was the fuck? What was that about? What was that about? Can somebody tell me? Trump actually gave niggas money. People just following what the media said about Trump. People don't know what they hated him for. I don't think so either. He said the Central Park Five. Motherfuckers was hating on Trump before he said what he said about the Central Park Five. Instagram banned me for saying I'm black and voted Trump. He said, talk about Scheme's new whip. If he got a new whip, more power to him. What I was supposed to say about it? We got to focus on the topic at hand, man. Rest in peace to DMX. Rest in peace to DMX. And Black Rob, we want the best for you, man. You got to make some lifestyle changes so you be here with us. Straight up. He said that the Central Park Five, people had issues with him before that, man. Manufactured, programmed sheep. Angie's World says Trump is a male chauvinist. Maybe I believe most presidents probably are. G Money Bags Water album is dope. Thanks for the assist. Shout out to G Money Bags, Rochester. He spoke negative about Obama to get the racists on the side. The blacks automatically hated that. Ain't that what they do when they get into fucking the debates and the opposing end of a political Diatribe. Crook from the Brook, I appreciate your donation. Mike J. Womack, what state or country have you been to that got the best thrift stores? Always looking for that 90s gear. Paris, France. Paris got that shit, my nigga. I got a video on my channel walking through a fire ass thrift store in Paris. Aside from that, go to thrift stores in neighborhoods where, you know, rich neighborhoods and shit. You want to go to the fucking, if you can go to a thrift store in Beverly Hills or some shit like that, go to a thrift store where there's, you know, just imagine the trash. Imagine the shit that's being dumped off by entertainers and shit like that. Like, you got to go to, that's my thing and shit. I fuck with the thrift and shit. I got that, I got down with that fuck with Taj Mahal and shit. Taj Mahal pulled up on me one time with a van full of starter jackets. I mean, it was stacked like this. Affluent neighborhoods, right. Can y'all like this video? It's 600 people here. Black people and hip hop love Trump before politics. That's a fact. Biden's biggest policies is you can be a Trizanti in the army now, and Gizes are now minorities for government grants. It's almost like you just said they made them their own nationality. He said, does Taj still do custom shoes? I'm pretty sure he does. Would you interview Donald Trump? Absolutely. It'll be the best ever. It'll be the best ever. You know what I'm going to ask him about? I remember Donald Trump was like, Al Sharpton's a crook. I remember him from back in the day. He said Al Sharpton's a crook and a con man. It's pictures online. It's a picture online. It's on my IG somewhere, right? Of Donald Trump, Al Sharpton. Donald Trump, Al Sharpton, and Don King. Hey, yo! Hey, yo! Yo! Hey, yo! Hey, yo! There's no way to get in such greasy company. You gotta be a part of this shit. You gotta be with this shit. I know when he got in the fucking. Don't y'all know that all his friends voted? Do y'all think Don King didn't vote for Donald Trump? Do y'all think Don King and Al Sharpton and Mike Tyson, y'all don't think they fuck with Donald Trump? Come on, man. He said, I voted for Trump. Boom, boom. He said, Trey Buck said all the celebs voted for him. I believe that too and shit. I don't know why people's making it all of a big deal and shit. I bet Diddy voted for Trump too, for sure. He said 3 con artists. He said Don King, the only honest criminal of the 3. How you gonna be an honest criminal? He said interview Tawana Brawley. What would I ask her, man? Why you do that shit? She made all that shit up. She made that shit up. He said, "Where is Don King?" I'm pretty sure Don King is probably pretty old right now and shit somewhere. Word. A lot of niggas voted for Trump or he wouldn't have won. There you go. Why didn't y'all vote for Trump the second time? Why did y'all want him out? Because all of a sudden y'all did want him out, though. People did get on their Democrat shit. Like, y'all did want him out. I seen on a podcast, Mike Tyson was telling a story about Don King. Mike Tyson used to be fucking Don King up. Mike Tyson, Mike Tyson used to be doing shit to Don King. I was surprised at that because they said Don King, well, Don King is a killer and shit. But I guess when you know you dead wrong for something, you just let the shit go. Oh shit. What's good? X is in heaven looking for another hit. Put that in there. Put this in the chat. Don King's a crook just like Trump. Birds of a feather flock together. He said Don King had niggas under control. Don King was a killer and he's no gangster and shit. He didn't. I read his book. Don King didn't fumble pistols in the ring and everything. Climbing into the ring, pistol fall out and shit. That didn't happen. He said, "Damn, you was right on. I'm done. I'm done with that. I ain't even gonna say that nigga name on my channel no more. And I'm gonna try to stick to that." Boom, boom, boom. Good morning to everybody that's here. Give y'all a few more minutes. I appreciate y'all coming through. I did want to clarify that Black Rob ain't homeless. He's not. It's not like that. Eddie Hearn said Don King still get money off boxers. Lakers played with some attitude. Kyrie got mad because he thinking, damn, we can't beat them. Schroeder wasn't going for that shit. He wasn't. Kyrie been hot dogging lately and shit. He been hot dogging lately. Doing a lot of dunking and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I know you 6'2", but why you wait till you get on a stacked team and start dunking the ball all crazy? That's wild. Retro everything. I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. That's my time on a Sunday. Shout out to the Lakers, man. You already know what it is with me. Hip hop, sports, and fashion. Follow me on Instagram at Real Gully TV. Follow me on Twitter with Gully TV1. He said Kyrie in his bag with the dunks. Yep. All right. Peace.